is on fire. It is. I see Pat Riley making some deals. He is. Pat Riley is at the poker table making deals right now. Mirotic, Nikola Mirotic has decided to sign with the EuroLeague club Barcelona. He was supposed to make 45 to 50 million in the NBA on his next contract, but he decided to go to Barcelona. When he started going from team to team, when you think of Mirotic, his play, I think, started to decline. And I think for him, maybe in whatever state that he was in, I don't think that's something that he wanted to do. And I think that diminished his game. I think that diminished his game, and maybe he wants to go back to something that's more familiar. But Mirotic had a good run in the NBA, was traded a couple times, and then from there on, I think it just kind of went downhill from there. Vucevic is staying with the Magic, 4 years, $100 million. He was linked to the Mavs during the season and during certain points and times of the year. But he's staying with the Magic. Dame Lillard. Shout out to Dame Lillard, okay? And thank you, Holly Newsom, for tuning in. Dame Lillard, number one, he's loyal. Number two, he can rap. Number three, he's from the Bay, which is where I'm from. And number four, he got cashed out. 4 years, $196 million contract extension. I'm a fan of his. They end up making it to the Western Conference Finals. They add Hassan Whiteside. 196. Do your calculations. Divided by 4 is $49 million a year. JB Jennings says Ben Mirotic could also be scared of Bobby Portis. Probably right about that, because Bobby Portis did reportedly gave him a two-piece in the locker room. So, yeah. But Dame Lillard, man, loyalty does pay off in some instances. Sometimes you may get burned. But Dame Lillard, man, I believe he got the largest contract. I believe he got the largest contract of this weekend. KD got 164. He got 196. And the Trailblazers are doing it right. They are paying him for his loyalty to this franchise, even though they really don't have a lot of great pieces for them to possibly win. Adding Hassan Whiteside, though, like I said earlier, I think will be a big help. Dame 20, not Dame dollar. Facts. So true, Pops. Thank you. The Pelicans acquired Derek Favors from the Jazz for draft picks. The Pelicans also acquired J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick, a sharpshooter. Derek Favors, a good power forward, big. Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Zion. The Pelicans should be nice. They look nice on paper. We'll see what exactly they're able to bring to the league next year. But that is not a bad look. That's not a bad look, and that's not a bad roster. And like I said, you add J.J. Redick, who's a sharpshooter. That's guaranteed buckets. You can probably compare him to like Kyle Korver. He's going to give you some great minutes. They're not looking bad. They are not looking bad at all. Patrick Beverley returning to the Clippers, 3 years, $40 million. And Ricky Rubio, 3 years, $51 million with the Suns. A lot of deals going down, a lot of opportunities for these guys. And the money is out there. The money is out there and the money is flowing. And I'm happy for all of these guys getting paid. So as we've been talking about free agency, let's talk about the Kawhi topic. Kawhi, from this weekend, and this is the greatness of Kawhi. Kawhi just sits back. Everybody's clamoring. Everybody's on the phone. Everybody's traveling around the world to try to get their deal signed. And Kawhi is sitting back saying, nah, I'm good. I don't need to take any phone calls. I don't need to take any meetings this weekend. Supposedly, Magic was reaching out to him. And it looks like a 3-team race right now at this point. Lakers, Clippers, and Toronto. Magic, like I said, is supposed to be talking to Kawhi, maybe talking to Kawhi's uncle. But I love the chilledness of Kawhi. I love this guy. He's not going to be trying to rush out and do something. It seems like, just based on what I'm evaluating and what I'm understanding, is that he is taking a slower approach to free agency. And you got to get a guy respect for that. So nothing has happened as of yet, but I think it's a 3-team race between those 3 teams. Reportedly, Danny Green is saying that he's waiting on Kawhi to wait on the decision before he joins the team. So it seems like he wants to join with Kawhi. So I don't know. I'm thinking we'll hear something by the end of the week. Also, news breaking down or coming down the pipe. Austin Rivers agrees to a 2-year deal to stay with Houston. Houston did not end up getting Jimmy Butler. So what do you do now? I guess you just continue the course because you're missing out. You missed out on your main big fish, which was supposed to be Jimmy Butler. So see what happens. And yeah, the story came out at 11:01. Just a matter of when Warriors trade Russell. Didn't want to let KD walk out of the door with nothing. Thank you for that info. To the guys in the chat room to put that in there. Kawhi talking to Magic and said it's not meeting with anybody interesting. I don't think it's him. I think this is his uncle talking to Magic, and then his uncle probably talking to Kawhi. But you'll never know. That's the thing about Kawhi. You'll never know what he's doing. He could be at Magic's house right now. He could be at Magic's house with Kobe playing 2K right now. We don't know what Kawhi's doing. But he is the silent killer. And whatever he decides to do, we'll know whenever he decides to tell us he's going to do it. Today, as I'm switching topics real quick, today is Bobby Bonilla Day. If you're not familiar with the player Bobby Bonilla, former Major League Baseball player, every single year on July the 1st, he gets paid $1.1 million every July 1st until 2035 as a part of a deferred payment plan. That's got to be one of the greatest deals ever. That's better than winning the lottery. Jamal Murray, max 5 years, 170. Yep, I did talk about that big Kev with the Denver Nuggets. Avi, the Denver Nuggets looking very good in the Western Conference. All right, so on to my Mavs real quick. A couple of moves that they made. Dwight Powell, 3 years, $33 million. And we signed Porzingis, which I've been saying this. If they did not sign Porzingis, that would have been the worst trade known to man. The dude didn't play, so you would have traded for nothing. So there had to have been a handshake deal in place. Obviously, it was 5 years, $158 million. You now have Steph Curry, Porzingis, Luka. You still have Jalen Brunson, which I'm a fan of his. Tim Hardaway Jr. is still on the team. So is this team going to win a championship? No. Is this team going to be better than they were last year? Yes. They also have Giannis's brother. Maybe we can get something from him. Let him play, give him some opportunities. Justin Jackson, former Tar Heel, Courtney Lee, and they drafted Isaiah Roby, who's probably not going to get that much time. But the Mavs will win more games than what they won last year, and that's all you can really ask for at this point. Gritty Grits is just hopeful Kawhi lands with the Lakers, says JB. He is, and all Lakers fans got to be. They're not just happy with having LeBron and AD. They want to get Kawhi, and who doesn't want Kawhi? I do not know what he's going to do. If I was him, I would go back to Toronto. I think you're still going to have a great squad there, and you may even attract some other players. And it would be great to see him go back there, win another championship. It would be great to see Vince Carter go there, finish off his career there. I don't think he signed the deal yet, but I've been on record saying that multiple times. Would love to see Vince Carter go back. Atlanta Hawks must re-sign NBA legend Vince Carter. That was a story coming out. So he may go back to the Hawks, which I've heard that's something that he'd be interested in doing. And we'll see if the Goran Dragic somehow ends up on the Mavs. But the Mavs supposedly got Kelly Olynyk and Derek Jones in the three-way trade between the Heat, the 76ers, and the Mavs. So we'll see if anything comes of that later on. Eastern Conference has had a complete makeup with all these moves, and it would be icing if Kawhi returns to the Raptors. I agree with you, JB, on that. I would love to see that. All right, so we're going to take a very quick break, and when we get back, we got some other news from the weekend. Also, the Benny Awards to the top performers of the weekend. You can put those in the chat room right now or at any point in time throughout the show. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're tuned into the Weekend Wrap-Up Show. Brooklyn in the house.
We all hate when we have unexpected car problems. Well, I'm here to tell you about a viable solution. Bay 11 Auto and my man Melvin. You have emission problems? Brakes need changing? Transmission slipping? Is your car just driving sluggish? No problem is too big. I live on the other side of town and I drive over an hour to a guy that I trust. Melvin is honest, dependable, and definitely not in the business to break your pockets. Come see the official mechanic Melvin at Bay 11 Auto. You will be glad you did. You can reach him at 1455 General Arts Road, Conyers, Georgia, or 404-295-5715. That's 404-295-5715.
Welcome back to the Weekend Wrap-Up Show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Also, today's show is sponsored by Spreaker. If you want to start your very own podcast, but you don't know how to get started, you don't know what to do, you don't know what kind of plan to purchase, well, Spreaker has a coupon code. Use the code BS3Sports, and you can get a free month of any pro plan. So if you're interested, it's very easy to do. Go to Spreaker.com, go to plans, type in the code BS3Sports, and you can start your very own podcast for free. And I think you will probably enjoy it. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's the greatness of podcasting. All right, so the Yankees and the Red Sox played a game in London. First of all, that's amazing alone by itself, and it sounds like Major League Baseball wants to extend their playing of games in Europe, trying to build that audience is what it seems like. But it was 17-13 It was 12 combined runs in the first inning, 3